Hey y'all, and good morning. You are joining me on my morning walk. Whew. And I'm on my way back, and it's a little bit uphill, so hopefully I'm not too out of breath as I try to record this, but it's a beautiful morning. All right, so if you're someone that considers yourself neurodivergent, whether you're diagnosed or not, that's not the point of this, but this is for those of us with ADHD, CPTSD, OCD. I don't like to use labels, but the neurodivergent community. And oh, by the way, my name is Kendall, and I am a holistic practitioner, and I share natural ways of healing the mind, body, and soul, right? I talk a lot about recovering from burnout, unmasking, tapping into our intuition, decolonializing, healing, and whatnot. Not a therapist, but someone who's lived through quite a few things and am finally feeling confident enough to share what I got going on. So anyway, let's hop right into it again. All right, so a question that I often get in my practice is about nervous system regulation, and people want to know, how long will it take? How long did it take you to regulate your nervous system? And I understand this question because after you've been through so much, especially if you're like late diagnosed or, not realizing there's something going on until you're an adult, it kind of feels like it's been a never-ending cycle of uncertainty. So when it's like, oh, you gotta try regulating your nervous system, and then it's like, all right, I regulate this nervous system. How long is it going to take, right? So, good question. And my answer is, ready? It depends. I mean, that's the truth. It really does depend. And my last newsletter that I sent out, I went more in depth. I have like a series going on right now of what it depends on. And in that letter, I said it depends on like your stress levels, how long you were in fight or flight, if you have support, if you're getting sleep, what's the other one? There were 6 of them, but those were the main ones, right? And so let me back up a little bit. So what does it depend on? So first we need to understand this, is that nervous system regulation goes in like 2 phases. The first phase is what I like to call like a coming back to baseline, okay? So the nervous system, like just understanding it, when it's activated, when it's dysregulated, it is in survival mode, right? It is running on stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, right? It is generally the state of an ongoing stressor. So as I mentioned before, those 6 factors, it depends on how long you've been living in that state. So if you're someone like me with CPTSD and it was your entire childhood, your body has always been in an activated state. So it'll take it time to come back to baseline, right? And so yeah, that's pretty much the answer. It really depends. So for me personally, it took me, if I'm honest, a good 2.5, almost 3 years to get myself back to baseline, right? And part of that baseline is like it's part of what I teach and what I share about It's like understanding the awareness of what all that is, or becoming aware of your own body and your own nervous system and what signs it's showing you that it is dysregulated, okay? And it can take time for you to change these routines and things that are keeping you dysregulated. So there's that, you know, just having to come back to baseline. And then the next phase, oh, this is that hill part. You see it? Whew. Hold on. All right, I caught my breath. Then the next phase is going to be maintenance, right? Or what I like to call the daily practice phase, the consistency phase. Something that helps me understand this phase is to think of your nervous system like, oh, here comes a biker. I don't want to get run over. But think of it like, you know, like your teeth, you know, your face, your hair. If you don't wash your face, brush your teeth, wash your hair, you're going to have hygiene issues. You're going to have teeth issues, you know what I mean? And if you're ADHD, that is a whole issue in and of itself, keeping up with all that. But your nervous system is think of it, it's working all the time. You've got an automatic nervous system. You've got a, you know, parasympathetic, like it's always going. It runs your breathing, your sleeping, your conscious efforts, your unconscious efforts, like it's always going. So it needs regular maintenance, right? And I wanted to keep this video short just to get into the basics because I can I can get going. But as I said, yes, the maintenance phase. So what you see me doing right now, this is part of my maintenance. So in the first phase, I had to realize that I cannot just get up and rush off to my day. I need to set my alarm, get up before the children, you know, do my breathing, drink something warm, eat something healthy that's, you know, full of protein. Did I say do my breathing already? What else? And then get out in the sun. It's winter time at the time of me filming this, and I live in Florida, so luckily it doesn't get too cold, and we usually have a lot of sunshine. As you see, it's shining on me. But that's part of my maintenance, part of my daily practice. Getting up, getting a good walk in. How long was this walk? I left at about 9 o'clock. It's 9:24 now. So walking, moving at least 20 minutes. And then I start my day, right? So in a nutshell, that's pretty much what I had to say. I just wanted to let you know that nervous system regulation is possible. It does depend on your circumstances, and that it takes some time to come back to baseline. That's that building awareness phase. Then we go into the daily maintenance phase, right? Things that you do to keep yourself together, right? Keep yourself regulated, okay? And to answer the question again, or I like to have this mindset shift where it's think of nervous system regulation as a journey rather than a destination, and you'll be okay. All right? So do with that what you will, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.